Hello everyone, my name is JC Gavin, and this is my final presentation for Writing 122. My topic is on the pros and cons of abortion and if abortion should be legal or not. So, should abortion be legal or not? I believe abortion should be legal. I am pro-choice and believe in the rights to making choices for your own body and your own reproductive system. The definition of abortion is the deliberate termination of a human pregnancy, most often performed during the first 28 weeks of pregnancy. People who are pro-life believe that the government has an obligation to preserve all human life, regardless of intent, viability, or quality of life concerns. Pro-life people are known to oppose things like abortion, euthanasia, and the death penalty. People who are pro-choice are people who believe that individuals have unlimited autonomy with respect to their own reproductive systems, as long as they don't breach the autonomy of others. These people believe in being able to make your own choice when it comes to your body and reproductive system. People who are pro-choice use things like birth control, emergency contraception, and are not opposed to things like abortion or the death penalty. Alright, so my opinion on this topic is that I am pro-choice. I believe in the power of making your own decisions, and I believe women should be allowed to make their own choices when it comes to our bodies and our reproductive systems. Abortion laws were created in 1821 to help protect women from abortion inducement that was administered through poison. In 1856, a pro-life advocate started a national drive by the AMA, or the American Medical Association, to end legal abortion. In 1873, the Comstock Act banned access to information about abortion and birth control. In 1961, vacuum aspiration-style abortion spread throughout Europe and is now considered safer than traditional methods. In 1963, the Society of Human Abortion is created. SHA openly provided information on abortion and contraception. In 1967, abortion is classified as a felony in 49 states and Washington, D.C., and President Kennedy repeals all abortion laws. In 1970, Hawaii became the first state to allow abortions performed before 20 weeks of pregnancy and repeals its criminal abortion law. Soon after, New York repeals its criminal abortion law as well. In 1971, the Supreme Court in Roe v. Wade grants women the right to terminate pregnancies through abortion. The ruling is based on a woman's right to privacy. In 1981, in Bellotti v. Bard, Supreme Court rules that pregnant minors can petition court for permission to have an abortion without parental notification. Abortion today in the United States is legal. Every state does have at least one abortion clinic, but each individual state has its own regulations and limits on the use of abortion. Each state also can have trigger laws, which can make abortion illegal during first and second trimesters. So now to move on to the cons of abortion. Abortion is believed to be murder. Many people believe that life starts at conception and that abortion is practically a murder of an unborn child. An article on abortion stated that unborn babies are considered human beings by the U.S. government. Another con is that the fetus can feel pain during abortion. Dr. Maureen Kondik, a professor of neurobiology and anatomy at the University of Utah School of Medicine, talks about how pain response in the spine is developed at about 8 weeks gestation. She stated that there is a universal agreement that pain is detected by the fetus in the first trimester. In an ultrasound, you are able to visibly see a silent scream from the fetus as it opens its mouth during the procedure. After a woman goes through an abortion procedure, she can face some physical and mental effects. Some physical effects she can face could be infection, damage to the cervix, scarring of uterine lining, perforation of the uterus, damage to other organs, infertilization, and possible death. Mental effects she could face would be anger, regret, guilt, shame, loss of self-confidence, relationship issues, anxiety, depression, and more. In a study published by the Southern Medical Journal, it was found that women who aborted were 154% more likely to commit suicide more than women who carried to term. Now we can move on to the pros of abortion. One of the strongest pros, I believe, is the ability for women to make our own decisions. It is important that women are able to take control over their bodies and reproductive systems. Abortion was voted a fundamental right in 1973 after the abortion case Roe v. Wade took place. Over 3 million women in the U.S. each year experience an unplanned pregnancy. Statistics from this article show that about 50% of pregnancies are accidental, and about 43% of those pregnancies lead to abortion. Women who have the right to choose whether or not they are ready to be a mother gives them a feeling of control. Another pro of abortion is that too many children are being put up for adoption. There are roughly 428,000 children being put up for adoption each year, and only about 135,000 of those children are adopted. There are more children being put up for adoption than there are children being adopted. This could be avoided if women were able to decide for themselves to get an abortion instead of deciding to put their unborn child up for adoption. Another pro could be having the choice of aborting a fetus with a severe birth defect. Every year, about 7 million infants are born with severe birth defects. Instead of bringing a baby to term knowing that they will die soon after birth, it seems to be the more moral choice to abort the baby before birth so that the unborn child doesn't have to be in pain. Another pro is that fetuses don't feel pain. Although there are some reports that a baby can feel pain during an abortion, there are other reports that the cortex does not become functional until at least the 26th week of fetal development, long after most abortions are performed. Since an unborn child doesn't develop pain receptors until about 6 months in the womb, this means that the child would not feel any pain. In conclusion, abortion is a very sensitive and controversial topic. There will never be a way to fully compromise on this subject, and I believe that there will always be an argument about the pros and cons of having an abortion procedure. I personally am pro-choice. I believe in the power of choosing what is right for your own body and your own reproductive system. I am fully supportive of women in my life who have had the procedure done, and I am fully supportive of people who are against it. I think everybody is entitled to their own opinion, and I strongly believe in the power of choice and taking control of your body.